A career change in your mid-30s can be a frightening ordeal. All sorts of second thoughts, nervous anticipation. Scary, right? But one local woman went from prosecuting sex crimes to writing thrillers, and the change has been seamless. Fox 5's Paul Wagner now with the inspiring story.
Allison Leotta spent more than 10 years prosecuting sex crimes inside D.C. Superior Court, listening to victims, interviewing witnesses, and writing affidavits. But in the back of her mind, Allison had another calling. Could she take what she'd learned in court and turn it into fiction?
I think that writing actually helped me process a lot of what I was seeing. As a sex crimes prosecutor, doing domestic violence, crimes against children, was some of the worst things that people can do to each other. And I think there was a sense in the novels that I had at least a little bit of control over what was happening and could process it in this fictional way. Whereas in court, you can try to bring justice afterwards, but you can never repair what's happened to the person.
It took a while, getting up before dawn and typing away on her laptop before Allison felt she had the prose someone would want to read.
Writing dialogue is one of the hardest things to do. How did you perfect that?
I think it helps that I was a lawyer, and all the grand jury transcripts that you see, where you see the dialogue after you've said it, I think that helps a lot because you're focused on exactly how people talk, the cadences and the rhythms.
After finishing her first manuscript and hiring an agent, the sex crimes prosecutor had the terrifying task of getting permission from the Department of Justice to sell it.
At that point, I said, I wonder if I need to tell anybody in the office that I want to sell this book. So I just shot an email to my ethics advisor saying, "We don't need to do anything about this, right?" And he said, "Yes, actually we do. We need a lot of people to read it." And that's when, half of my bosses had to read it, and it became quite public.
Law of Attraction sold so well last year, Simon & Schuster decided to issue a paperback. One critic even called her the female John Grisham, a level of success that forced Allison to choose between prosecuting cases and writing thrillers set in the district.
So you were still hoping to remain a prosecutor and still be a best-selling author at the same time?
I was hoping to do it all. And then Simon & Schuster asked me to write a few more books, and it became clear that between mommying and prosecuting and writing, I was going to have to let one of them go. So.
Oh, hard choice.
It was, actually. I loved that job. I loved being at AUSA. I was at AUSA for 8 years. I was at Maine Justice for 3 years before that. And I think if you woke me up in my sleep and asked me, "Who are you?" I would say, "I'm a prosecutor."
In her new book, Discretion, an escort is killed at the Capitol after being pushed from an upper-level balcony.
Does the murder get solved?
Well, you'll have to read on and find out.
A whodunit that takes readers on an investigation through the halls of Congress, U.S. District Court, a madam's mansion in Georgetown, and the mean streets of the city, following a sex crimes prosecutor named Anna Curtis.
I was inspired by the D.C. Madam case, which took place here in D.C. a couple years ago. And I was fascinated by some of the witnesses who were coming into court.
Readers of Discretion will be treated to an inside look at prosecutions, from the grand jury to the Constitution's speech and debate clause.
So is Anna Curtis going to go on for a few more books here?
She is. I'm finishing my third book with Anna.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How far along are you?
I'm pretty far along.
Are you?
It's due at the end of August. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quick.
It is. It's going to be a busy summer.
You want to tease us with that? Or is that getting too ahead?
That might be getting too ahead, but
you got to sell this book first.
That's right.
So, who knows what's in store for Book 3? Allison Leotta has a lot of stories to tell. Paul Wagner, Fox 5 News.
The Fox 5 weather app. Look 10 days ahead or hour by hour. View today's video forecast and radar that can pinpoint your neighborhood free at your App Store or Android Market.